welcome to our channel. My name is Marie-Ange and I'm one half of Misha and Marie. Obviously I'm the Marie part. So for our first video, Misha and I thought that it would be a pretty cool idea to just do a quick get to know me tag, just so that you guys can find out a little bit more about us. And we're actually thinking of doing potentially like a series of it, so maybe once every fortnight or once a month. We haven't quite worked out the scheduling, then we can just answer more and more of these questions, and hopefully one day, by the grace of God, Misha and I will actually be able to, shoot these videos together. But as you will find out from some of the questions in the get to know me tag, I'm currently in London and Misha is in South Africa, so there's a little bit of a distance between us two.
Hey guys, it's Misha here. So I am really excited about this video. I think it's always nice to just kind of get a behind the scenes feel of something that you're supporting. So we really do want to thank you guys for all the support that we've gotten on our little adventure, the band that we've started and our YouTube channel and everything that we've done so far. It's really been amazing and such a blessing, and we're so excited to share more about that in the future and just like the testimonies and everything that's been happening. But yeah, I'm also really excited to just let you guys get to know me a little bit more and what makes me tick, what I like to do besides obviously singing with Marie. So the first question is, when is your birthday? My birthday is the 22nd of December. I was born in the year 2000. There's not much to say about that, but I just love being a December baby. It's holiday, family's over, it's around Christmas time. You get presents, and then 3 days after that you also get presents. That's a good time.
So my birthday is actually just gone. It was at the end of March, 29th of March. I'm an Aries, born in the 90s, and yeah, that's my birthday. Question 2, what is your favorite animal? I would say I quite like dogs, particularly the King Charles Cavalier Spaniel one. I can't remember the order, but that one, I just think they're like the best dogs. They look so cute, especially the baby ones. But in terms of overall animal, I would probably say something like a horse, maybe. I think they're so regal, and look at me like doing my posture as I say that. Yeah, maybe like a horse, because they're really regal. I like their mane. They're powerful. They've been an instrumental animal in time with humans, I think. But I also like, tigers came to mind, and like cheetahs, because they're like, oh, this is tricky. Okay, let me go for horse, even though I'm not 100% sure, but let me just say horse.
I asked my friend this last night. I told them that I was going to do this video, and I asked them, what do you guys think my favorite animal is? And they immediately just answered dog. I am such a dog person. Everyone knows this. I am the person at the party petting the dogs instead of talking to the people. I love people, but dogs come first. So yeah, I would be a dog. A dog is my favorite animal. I think besides a dog, it might be a bird. I love the idea of flying. That might be weird, but yeah, a dog maybe is my favorite animal. What do I do for a living? Am I in school? I'm currently in university. I'm doing my honors in psychology. The program that I'm doing is called the B-Psych equivalent. Basically, it allows me to become a registered counselor. It's for a year and a half. I'm halfway done with the first year now, and then yeah, I still got a half a year left to go, and then next year it's 6 month practical, and then I will be a registered counselor. So I'm very excited about that. That's definitely my passion and something that I've always wanted to do. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So I'm currently working in the childcare and education sector, but I am transitioning slowly into fashion, because it's one of my passions amongst music and making music and song recording, which is 100% like my passion. But I really like fashion. I've always kind of liked it, like never obsessive or anything, but I like to dress well. I like to like color coordinate and match and just go with the flow. And well, it's more people from the outside like always telling me like, why don't you work in fashion, or you're always like dressed nice, like so it's kind of that, them recognizing, people saying you should go into the fashion field. So yeah, that's what I do. But I'm actually working in education and childcare currently. For if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? So my first thought is always kind of Ibiza, just because when I used to work as a nanny, one of the families I used to work for, they had, you know, properties in Europe, and one of them was Ibiza. And when I went there for the first time, I ended up going 3 times with them. I fell in love with the island, even though I didn't really get to explore it really because I was just working most of the time. But I remember one day when I was off and I went to, I think it's called La Alta Alta Villa, or basically the old town. I can't remember quite the name. It Yeah, I just walking and things like that. It was just beautiful, and even from the villa where we were staying, like we could see the whole, like, well, not the whole island, but you know, quite a bit of it, and it was just beautiful, just so calm. The weather was great, and yeah, I would just love to go to Ibiza and yeah, go again, but this time for leisure, not just for work, so I could actually get to explore it properly.
Fun fact about me, I have never been outside South Africa. I've never been outside the country. I don't even think I've been to most places in South Africa. I haven't traveled a lot at all, so I mean, at this point, I would go anywhere, but I would probably say number one has always been Greece. Um, I really want to go to South Korea too. You guys will probably hear this more later, but I love K-pop and Korean culture, and like that's kind of my thing at the moment. But yeah, I think traveling really just like broadens your horizons and honestly makes you a better person when you're able to converse with different people from all walks of life and just experience things in a different way. So that's a really big dream of mine. I really want to be able to travel soon. Um, what was my favorite subject in school? History. I loved history. I thought, yeah, that was my best subject. I did very well in it. I really enjoyed history.
The first thought that came to mind was maths, but uh, I was good at maths like at secondary school, one of the top students. Um, and then it kind of went downhill. Like, for those of you who know about the IB, the International Baccalaureate, I'm just gonna leave it there because that was a struggle. That, you know, the first day we came in and our tutor was like talking about imaginary numbers, and I'm like, they're imaginary, what are you on about? So I dropped from HL, high level, to standard level, and yeah, maths just went really downhill. So I would say favorite, I really liked English actually. I was quite good at it as well. Creative writing maybe, but then again, I loved graphics, and I had like the best graphics teacher ever. um, Shout out Miss Field. Do you have a small or big family? I would say small, because I mean, there's family and family, so I would say my immediate circle, yeah, just me and my sister and my mum. But obviously, there's certain like uncle and aunt that I do find really close. But I would say small, because it's not like when people have like loads and loads and loads of cards. Like, yeah. Anyway, let me just say small. Let me keep these answers short. Sorry, let me not go into too much detail.
I think it depends on who you ask if I have a big or a small family. My immediate family is pretty small. It's just my parents and my older sister and our 3 dogs, obviously. Um, but I have quite a big extended family, like lots of cousins, lots of aunts and uncles, just on my mom's side, and then my dad's side, even more people, like people I've never even met before. So, yeah, it's how you look at it. What genres of music do I like best? Uh, that's a difficult question. I'm very all over the place with my music. My playlists reflect that. I have a bit of everything. I love pop music. I love gospel music, obviously, worship music. Like I said before, I like K-pop. Um, I love jazz style music, blues, John Mayer. Yeah, I think you could play anything for me and I'd love it. I don't think there's anything specific that I like. That's my thing. But yeah, I like just having a bunch of wide interests. All music is great, and which I'm so glad that Maria and I can start doing music.
Well, for those who know me, they would know it would be reggaeton. But I love gospel music. I'm trying to listen to it more and more and more, especially because that's kind of what me and Misha want to do, touch on, you know, like a lot of the gospel side. So yeah, and as it is Holy Week, as I am recording, I don't know when this is going to be up, but one of the things that I want to do for the rest of the week is just to constantly listen. Like I had a full-on jam session whilst working this morning, and it just really uplifted me, you know, praising God and everything. So yeah, I would say gospel and reggaeton music are my favorite, just because I love the Spanish language and the beats are great. The lyrics not always in line with scriptures, so I do have a bit of difficulty, like, because a lot of these songs that I listen to in reggaeton, I would not allow myself to listen to them in English, just because I've cut back on a lot of like the nonsense that goes in my ear. But reggaeton just seems to have a hold on me. But you know, soon enough I'll be able to break free. That sounds so dramatic, but you know. How do you like to spend your free time? I love going to the cinema. I've got a membership with Cineworld. Cineworld, if one day you want to sponsor me, we can work together. I'm your girl. Yeah, love going to the cinema. I actually went to see a film yesterday, which was so good. Yeah, it was really great. And yeah, so I like, yeah, in my free time I would say mostly going to the cinema, walking and exploring new places. I absolutely love walking and exploring, like London. Like I'd rather just go through London walking, even if it takes me like an hour and a half. Just walking is just, yeah.
That's the same thing as asking me what are my hobbies, and I hate that question. But I like to spend my free time also in a variety of ways. Playing with my dogs, number one. I love reading, watching movies. I love spending time in nature. I'm a big runner. I love running. I'm actually planning to do a half marathon next weekend. And I love hiking, anything to do with nature, or even like swimming and getting in the water, or going out boating or something like that. That's a lot of fun for me. I don't get to do that often, but if I can spend my free time like that, then I'll do that. Am I a morning person or a night person? I'd like to say I'm a morning person. I really would like to. I love getting up early and, you know, just getting your day started and having a longer day, but I can't get up in the morning, so I would definitely say I'm more of a nocturnal person. I'm definitely a night person.
I think I'm both. I don't know, like I don't mind mornings. Like sometimes it's like really annoying to get up and whatever, but like if I have a good routine, then I'm okay in the morning. And night, obviously, when I like to go out, and sometimes like in the past when I've partied, like or gone out with friends, like yeah, I really like going out as well at night and stuff. But you know, it depends on the kind of lifestyle that that is going on at the moment, the sort of socials, what's going on. So I would say both. I don't know if I can really describe myself as more morning or night. I'm like in between. What is your favorite food? Well, for a long time, it was fromage. Sorry, cheese, because I'm French, so cheese is just essential. Like it generally just is essential for a French person. So you know what? Let me just say cheese still, because even though actually now I'm slowly going off of it, and I've tried to cut it out of my diet, and it is kind of working, cutting it out. So yeah, but I can't really think of anything else right now, or like a milkshake. So I'm just gonna go with cheese, because genuinely, cheese is a yes from me.
Pasta. Anything with pasta. That's always a good one. And chocolate. If you know, you know. What is my favorite movie or TV show? Favorite movie or TV show? Right now, like I've mentioned, very into Korean culture and everything. I love K-dramas. I think the K-drama Crash Landing on You is probably my favorite TV show. I've also recently started getting into anime. I don't know how many of you watch anime. I'm watching My Hero Academia, which is a really good anime that I've started watching. My favorite movie? There are so many. Like the first one that comes to my head, I've been talking about it a lot, is The War Room. That's always a good classic. But yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later.
So my favorite movie is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, which is an anime. In fact, I have to watch it soon again for the umpteenth time. And so at the moment, TV shows, Netflix, Bridgerton just finished season 2. It was great. Again, I absolutely love Bridgerton. I really want to read the books again. You know, I mean, it's not too bad compared to other shows, but again, like, you know, with these TV shows, everything is very worldly. You know, it doesn't always coincide with like Christianity and things, but like, yeah, I would say Bridgerton has been a big favorite. What is your favorite childhood memory? I don't know, maybe when I was really young and I was in France, maybe with family, maybe for like Christmas. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I don't know. I don't know is my answer.
I think going to visit my grandparents in Wilderness. It's near George. I don't know if any of you would know where that is, but just like going to visit them there, that's my favorite memory of all time. Who is my celebrity crush? Robert Pattinson. Have you guys seen the new Batman movie? I went to go watch it just for him. Jason Momoa. Andrew Garfield. Yeah, those are my celebrity crushes.
Who's your celebrity crush? Maluma. That's easy. He was my crush for years, and then he got his girlfriend when he was with Natalia Barulich, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know. So when he was with her, I mean, and it's not like I was took shots with him realistically, but I just got off of him because he was a taken man, so I couldn't desire him any longer. And then he broke up with her, and at first I was still like, yeah, he's alright, but I kind of liked him before. But then slowly, more and more now, I'm just getting more and more excited. And he was recently in that film with Jennifer Lopez, and I'm just like, that man is just so beautiful. So yeah, I would say probably Maluma is just the easiest answer to go with that. Do you speak more than one language? Well, yes, as you probably gathered. I'm French, so I speak French. It's my first language. Then I came to England, so I learned English, and I also speak Spanish.
I speak English and Afrikaans. I'm currently learning Spanish. Would really love to be able to speak Spanish, but maybe like one sentence at this point. So yeah, just the 2 for now. What is my biggest pet peeve? I don't know if it's a pet peeve, but I don't like rude people. You know, people who find joy in like putting other people down or like not having a nice thing to say about other people. I don't know if you would consider that a pet peeve. Maybe people that like chew with their mouth open, or I don't know. I don't feel like I get irritated quickly. Maybe I do, but yeah, those are my pet peeves.
People that don't, well, actually, I don't know if this is now my biggest pet peeve, but for the longest time, people that didn't reply back or that ignored me used to really, like, it was my biggest pet peeve. And not in the sense of, you know, everybody's busy, you shouldn't have to feel forced to like reply to everybody right away. Even though someone I'm busy, I'm like apologetic about not replying. But people that purposely like they're actively not replying to you, but then if they need something, then, you know, or it felt like a one-sided friendship, or I was always trying to holler at them and they didn't really, or they'd leave me on red and then not bother to reply and whatever, but yet they're doing a bunch of other things, and it like happening multiple times, you know, because like I said, obviously things happen. Sometimes you're really busy, you know, like you can't expect everything from everyone at all the time. But yeah, I just think like respect, and I think for me it's just important to just be like honest or upfront or something, because I don't know, like if you don't want to talk to me, or you don't want to be my friend, or you can't be bothered or something like that, I would rather someone just tell me and just be like, listen, I'm not feeling it, rather than just leave me on red or air or whatever. I don't know, that's just me. I think that's probably what I would say as the biggest pet peeve. Or people who deceive, I suppose. Basically, honesty for me is like really important and really key. So anything that kind of deviates from that is a bit, you know, yeah. What is your favorite holiday? Christmas, I suppose, like a lot of people. I really enjoy Easter as well, although that's like a lot of time for reflection, and sometimes it gets a bit deep. So probably Christmas is a little bit more, you know, lighter, more fun, like all of that. So yeah.
Christmas, because it's around my birthday as well. Where did I grow up? I was born in Pretoria. We moved when I was 1 year old to Cape Town, and I've lived here ever since, in this exact house for almost 21 years now. Yeah, I love it here. I don't see myself moving anytime soon. I love growing up here.
I was born in France, on the outskirts of region of Paris, Seine-Saint-Denis. And I grew up there as a small child, I suppose. But then in primary school, end of primary school, I came to England and basically London for like over a decade. What is a skill that you would like to learn? I would say, so I recently did a fashion course where I had to make clothes and stuff, which I really, really, really enjoyed. So I would say maybe just getting better at making clothes, like the technical side, just because like it's actually quite difficult in itself. And I would say like the pattern making, that was like not my worst nightmare, but it's just so technical and you don't think about it, because when you get like ready to go templates and it's like then yeah, it can go in the flow and stuff. But when you're doing your own patterns, like yeah, so maybe more practice at that. If I was able to make my own patterns from scratch and things like that, or just know how to make clothes without the need, yeah, that would be like quite useful.
I really want to properly learn how to play the guitar and the piano. I did take classes when I was younger. I've forgotten most of it, but I would really love to fully be able to play the piano and the guitar well. That is, music is very important to me, and I love instruments, especially the piano. It's such a beautiful instrument, so that's really on my heart to do. What do I value most in a friend? Like I said with the pet peeve thing, I love friendly people and people who are kind and are always going out of their way to be kind to others. I think we live in such a negative world that for me, someone who is just has other people's best interests in heart and are constantly like putting themselves in other people's shoes and showing empathy, that's something that I really value in a friend. And I think just people who are outgoing and are joyful and are excited about life. I don't think anyone wants to surround themselves with people who are constantly negative. So if you can like genuinely be excited about something and have a what's the word, infectious attitude, joy about life, then that's great.
Honesty, I think I kind of said that. Honesty and kindness. Someone that's able to tell me, like be straight with me. I don't just need a yes person. I don't think that's useful sometimes. But at the same time, someone that's going to be there and just be honest basically at all time, and I feel comfortable enough to tell them if there's something wrong or whatever, and vice versa. Finally, this is the last question. What is your biggest irrational fear? I don't know, but even if I did, I definitely would not put it up on the internet for everybody to know. That would not be the smartest choice at all.
Spiders. We don't have to talk about it. I'm very scared of spiders. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments some stuff about you. Please always reach out to us and talk to us. I feel like we know most of our supporters, but for the people that we don't, we're so grateful that you're here. And yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for watching.